Coming up on Wyoming News Now at 10, we caught up with the city of Cheyenne on how they combat winter conditions. And we have the details on why Canadian officials were talking with Wyoming legislators. Plus, the latest details on the deadly pileup on I-80, what cleanup efforts may look like. All of this and more is coming right up. Hello and welcome in. Thank you all for joining us. I am Ethan Bird. It has been bitter cold across the state. It was a particularly white morning for many. Reporter Grace Swanke was out in the winter wonderland. All right, now that we are in a bit of a weather spirit, let's toss on over to Chief Meteorologist Carl Rippey. Now, despite the cold, it sure was nice to see the sun today, Carl. Now, with more than 2 weeks of legislation left to go, lawmakers are making the final laps on hot-button bills. State reporter Valeria Fugate was at the Capitol where she spoke with those lawmakers. Now, we're continuing to follow the developments out of Green River after Friday's deadly wreck in the I-80 tunnel. 2 men from Rollins and a Canadian man were killed during the crash and ensuing fire. Now, starting tomorrow, WYDOT will be blocking off the westbound tunnel for damage assessment and cleanup. Concrete barriers are being placed in the road and head-to-head lanes will be set up in that eastbound tunnel. Following the tragic accident that occurred on Glendo Reservoir this past weekend that saw 2 ice fishermen fall through the ice and pass away, we wanted to reach out to the Wyoming Game and Fish Department to talk about ice safety. Now, Special Olympics Wyoming is hosting their annual Casper Jackalope Jump, but they can't do it without you. Carl, I was so happy to see some 50 degrees kind of coming up, especially down here. I mean, just all of this run of -degree weather. That's why I'm glad that when we do sports together, we cover things inside during the winter.
I've kind of...
All right, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.